All right, we're here with the man, the myth, the legend, Matthew Carpenter. It would be great if you just like tell the people what you do, how you started Driveway Paradise, what the brand's about a little bit, and then we can get into like our working relationship. But that would be awesome.
Yeah, the quick story is I grew up in Dayton, Ohio, and played sports every day with my brother in the driveway, and then had friends over, and we had pick up basketball and throwing the football and throwing the baseball, and my brother and I ended up playing sports in college, and so we were very serious athletes, but the most fun that we had most of the time was in our driveway, kind of goofing around, and so the name Driveway Paradise comes from that community driven sanctuary, really, where you can play pickup sports, and that's like our whole mission, and is kind of blending the world of streetwear and performance, and using innovative plant-based fabrics to really help regular athletes like the two of us who, are done playing in a serious way, but still want to have fun and go out there and kick the ball around, or hoop or play tennis or golf or whatever it is. So that's like the Driveway Paradise, mission and story, and we're really trying to honestly trying to grow and get more like-minded folks in here.
Awesome. Still getting after it. I'm wearing it right now.
That's
I'm
right.
traveling,
That
but you always gotta rep it. It's so light and breathable. It's like I either got the
that
linen, right? Or
is
it's
so it's that
DP.
that
That's it.
that the it's yeah that's our mint based tea right there, which I love. Mine, this one I'm wearing is also as well, but it's like the perfect blend of cotton, mint. Call it Minty Boy is the fabric that we trademarked. So it is like breathable. I mean, to hit you with all the buzzwords: antimicrobial, naturally sweat wicking, breathable. Got
Doesn't
some stretch
smell.
in there.
Doesn't
Yeah,
smell. And I'm a
the
smelly
mint.
guy.
The mint is kind of crazy because that's what is like our secret sauce, where it's like an odor eating fabric or a fiber naturally. And yeah, so that's part of our, I would say, our hero products, which is what you guys have helped a lot with, is marketing these pickup tees for sport, and trying to let people know that they're not just a regular cotton t-shirt, and it's not also just like a regular activewear t-shirt as well.
Right. Yeah, and that was what I was going to talk about next is like obviously great products, but then getting it in front of people. So we got connected through Dom, I know. But maybe just talk a little
The
bit
king.
about that process. Yeah, the King, what you were looking for, and then how it's gone so far. Because it's been a decent amount of time now that we've been working together through Dom, and just how you've thought the process of has gone, from like before and to where we are now.
Yeah. So before, we really were starting at ground zero, and I was doing everything for the most part, and wearing a lot of hats as a solo founder, and really trying to figure out, all right, who do I want to have like in the arena with me, kind of just working and testing and A/B testing things and seeing what sticks and what doesn't stick. And I knew that from a marketing side, we needed a lot of help. And Dom and yourself have been incredibly nimble, efficient, and I would say, adaptable as we have grown, and as you have seen us, kind of progress month over month, which has been really fun to see for us. But yeah, we're really looking for, a lean team with not a lot of overhead that can, really provide the best value for us on a budget that is, we are a young small startup, so we really needed both worlds to combine here. And you guys have done an outstanding job. Our email side was basically zero, and I remember being like, I was sending everything out. I was doing all the copy. I was doing, and it was like at 11:58, PM, and I was trying to get a midnight send out, or a 12:01 a.m. send out, and like it was not as dialed and buttoned up as obviously it should be. But now that you guys have taken the reins, everything has been so smooth, super automated. copy and the process and everything that goes through there is very easy. And yeah, as you guys are, a younger bunch, I think that the speed in which you guys operate has been extremely beneficial and fun for me as well. So it's not a lot of bureaucracy, not a lot of slow moving parts. Like we're fast, we text, we're slacking, we're doing all the things quickly and making the adjustments. And yeah, I have been very, very impressed and grateful for all that y'all have done for us.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it. I'd love to hear that. I obviously want the brand founder to be happy with everything. So it's awesome to actually hear you say that. But just outside of that, I mean, from all the brand owners that I have talked to, I think I hear a lot of the kind of similar stuff. Like you're just wearing so many hats, trying to do so many things at once, and to just even if it's just having the focus or attention on that one channel specifically, which it deserves, and especially email and SMS is like a pretty big channel for most e-com brands, or it should be. So just that, I think it's just like having that structure, and correct me if I'm wrong, but building out that structure to where stuff is planned a little bit in advance and emails are scheduled a week in advance, they go out and they can align with different sales or things that you have in plan, like product drops, stuff like that. And then also, I hear a lot from other people like, oh, it's cool. Like people actually read these emails. They're like replying and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
it's people actually are on the other side of the emails. So I think that's cool. I think that's awesome to say.
Yeah, we get orders from, random friends of friends who, maybe I met like 5 years ago or something, and I'm on the email newsletter, and like I just bought a crew neck and a tee, and I'm like, amazing, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's been really easy. You guys have made everything very easy, which is, the greatest value add for a founder is taking something off my plate and not making it I should say when you bring someone in, you bring a team in, you don't want that team to create more work and more
More, yeah.
problems for you. You want them to create a lot less of everything. So yeah, it's been very easy and very fun, man.
Awesome. And I think like a big part of that is from what I'm understanding you're saying is communication oriented.
Yeah.
So not being slow, well, A, communicating enough to you actually know like what's going on week to week, day to day, but also just in a general sense, how do you feel like the communication has been? Because for a lot of people, if they've worked with bigger agencies in the past and got burned, they just kind of get sent an invoice and they're kind of left in the dust or they're in the dark on stuff. I and I know like between us communication is always like we're texting and stuff like that. It's pretty casual,
Yeah.
but just in a general sense, um, how's the communication been between us for like the email?
Communication between us and your team has been elite. It has been quick. It's been very responsive. I remember one time there was a typo on something that I didn't catch that was my fault, and I sent it to you, and you like texted back at like 11:15 p.m. and it was fixed within a matter of like 5 minutes. And I just was it was like I don't know if you remember this, but it was like
Yeah,
a Friday night. It was like a Friday night, and I was like, shoot, I found this typo that I approved. And yeah, you saw it, found it, changed it, and it was like fixed within 6 minutes on a Friday night at 11:15. So the speed, the quickness in which you guys work, as I said, the lean team is very, very good and valuable at what you all do. So yeah, I've been very impressed with the comms. Comms have been hot. Comms have been hot. The way that we text and Slack, I think, just lends itself much more to this space than the email side of things, or like a slow moving schedule call, all these things. Like we get things done in the matter of 10 minutes that a lot of bigger agencies or companies, I would imagine, take days to do. So yeah, I feel very grateful that we're able to just kind of cook and work fast, and we're all synced up on all the platforms, and it's really great, man.
Yep, I love to keep the communication like that. Like just
You have
there's no reason
to.
to slow it down. Um, so this might be in line with what you were just talking about, but I was thinking, is there anything, it would be interesting for me to know. Is there anything that kind of surprised you that you really weren't expecting? I know you were like, oh, let's get the email marketing going, and you know you needed to give it attention and more of like an actual expertise looking at like an expert that looks at it and knows what they're doing. Um, but maybe something that really surprised you that you were like, oh, I really wasn't expecting that. It could be bad or good, or just kind of neutral.
We had the first thing that comes to mind is we had a email, I guess like newsletter or audience of tens of thousands of people that were signed up. And from the jump, you basically went in there and were like, oh, a lot of these are bots and spam and things that like are going to get you kicked off of Klaviyo or clicked, kicked off of whatever platforms we were on at the time. And I remember you just being like, we need to chop this up and like clean this up in a big way. And it was a very meaningful process for us because we want the work that y'all do to be seen by real people. And we also, want to provide the most value for our consumers and customers. And if there's like 15,000 people that are or email addresses that are bots, I don't think our time and resources are being well spent. So we were that was like a very quick and one of the first things you did, I think, when you came in, you were just like, yo, we need to clean this all up. And it will just create a really great foundation for the email marketing program moving forward. So that's off the top of my head. What was kind of a bit of a shock at first because we found out we had way less members of our newsletter, but also at the same time, I'd rather have 100 strong, consumers than 1,000, weak ones. So, but yeah, so that was one of the things that was very fun.
Awesome, and you're not. I will say you're not alone in that regard. There's a lot of a lot of accounts that go on
I'm
that just have.
sure.
I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
you are paying for 4 times the amount of people that you should be paying for, and Klaviyo
Yeah.
will make sure that you are charged that. So
And that's what you've all, I mean, I feel like you and Dom especially, but like you guys have come in and been like, we are in this together, like let's figure this out. And it's always felt as if our money is your money and vice versa.
awesome. That's awesome to hear. I feel the same way too. It's like this is a bit different than most of the brands I work with because I'm always repping it and like my boys
Yeah.
rep it and the people in my fraternity on school rep it. So it's more just like a
Need it.
mission for me. It's a mission like
Which
that, you know,
we're lucky to have you.
yeah, bro. I've really appreciated the opportunity. Um, I feel like okay, I think wrap it up here. Last question. I think these have been hitters so far, so appreciate it.
Yeah, well, yeah, of
Last question
course.
for anyone that potentially on the fence of working with us. It's like if they were watching this and they're like, I don't know, maybe we need email marketing, maybe we don't. Not really sure. Is there any advice that you would give to them to, just a friendly word of advice from neighborhood Matthew, you know?
Yeah, I always have kind of, been flying by the seat of my pants, as a lot of folks I know are. But I think the number one thing to do if you're growing anything is to test and try it. And if your terms are always so good. Like if you wanted to go 2 months or 3 months and give it a shot and see how you work and how you operate. There's no way that after 3 months of working with you guys that people would be like, we'll pass on this. You know what I mean? Like I think that you instantly drive value for a brand. And the piece of advice that I would have is like, what are you're not risking a lot to give you guys a go, but you are going to gain a lot. So I would say that just try is my piece of advice there. Try you guys out and see. And that's obviously part of your strategy is you need people to give, take a chance on you. And I always feel like those people will be very impressed with the whatever plan that you guys put together, the 2 month plan or 3 month plan or whatever it is. They will be very impressed within, a short amount of time.
Awesome. That's our goal. So I'm glad you feel that way. And most people that we've worked with, um, I feel like share that. We try to keep it, we want you to eat and then we'll eat. So
That's right.
that's
That's
the
right. That's my
that's
boy.
that's that's the big dog.
Dog, I
Anyways,
appreciate you very much.
dude, I appreciate you, bro. TP baby. Uh, oh, you could see like because I'm sweating. But
Yeah,
we'll
I
wrap it
see
up
your
there.
sweat. That's
Yeah.
right. Let the
Um,
people know. Let the people know.
everyone go check out Driveway Paradise. Matthew, thank you for coming on the call. I appreciate it.
Of course, man.
I
Thank you
know
very
you're a
much.
busy man, dude, working on a holiday, busy man. But
I'm,
that's just how you get it done, huh?
I'm very happy to do anything for you, my guy. You guys do a lot for us, so I'm happy to repay the favor.